Okay, Vikings made a pick. Didn't do the live thing this year, but um, uh, Vikings made a pick first round. They didn't trade down. I thought they were doing it. They showed at the draft party they were showing Kwesi on the phone, like one or two picks before we picked, and he was on the phone. So it's like you think, okay, he's maybe. I'm sure they were getting calls. Didn't make a trade though. So we drafted Donovan Jackson, guard out of Ohio State. Um, the overhaul of the offensive line continues. Um, you know, beefing up that interior O line that has been just a plague on this franchise for years and years and years. Um, and that's despite you know making some efforts to you know to improve it. It's been kind of a phony narrative around the Vikings for years that 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 they don't try to do anything because I mean just for the interior. I mean we drafted Garrett Bradbury in the first round. They drafted Ed Ingram in the second round. They drafted Ingram might have been a third. And they drafted Ezra Cleveland in the second round. Like they've tried, they've just failed. Um, so, but yeah, this is, again, I didn't have a strong preference. I probably would have preferred to get a couple, maybe a defensive tackle. Um, but a couple of the guys, a couple of the names that I'd seen, in the different rankings and stuff and predictions went before we picked, so we didn't have the option to get a couple of these guys. Um, Maybe there was an option to trade down because I believe both teams after us traded down and accumulated some more picks. But you know what? We don't know. And Kwesi, and KOC and everybody, you know, then they identified this guy as the guy. Um, he's one of the best linemen, on paper in the draft. Obviously, comes from a big time school. I always like, you know, getting guys from big time programs because they've played against the big time competition. Um, so yeah, this will be more O line overall. I don't 100% think it's a guarantee that he'll be a week one starter. Um, I don't know. I mean, obviously we'll see what the plan is there. It's not always as simple as okay, you draft a guy and he starts right away. I mean, look at Dallas Turner last year. I think I think he'll probably have a good shot, but they do like Blake Brandel, um, and but this I would hope that Jackson takes that job right away. Then that pushes Brandel down to being your kind of your swing guy. Gives you extra depth. It's good, and I'm it's again at the draft party. It didn't the reaction of the crowd was not. It was nothing like last year, and it was not going to be like last year when they took McCarthy. But you know, you know, you draft a guard. It's not like a glamorous position where you've seen a million highlights of somebody. No, this is this is a meat and potatoes kind of kind of a move, and I like it. It's one of the positions that I felt we still needed. I mean, we're gonna have if Jackson ends up starting week one, that's 3/5 of your offensive line is completely changed from last year and completely changed from the disastrous playoff game, which obviously Darnold had his own part in that in making that a disaster. But yeah, you've been no, you can't say it anymore that they're not trying to do stuff with the offensive line. So I mean, so there's your Jackson pans out and goes as a week one starter. You got Darisaw, Jackson, Kelly, Fries. Freeze or Fries. I still don't know if it's Freeze or Fries. And O'Neal, I mean, that could very easily be the best offensive line we have had, maybe in decades. I mean, we had a real good. I think we had a pretty good offensive line the year. Adrian Pearson, who was at the draft party, the year he went for 2000, we had a pretty good offensive line that year. You know, that was when we had Khalil as the rookie, and he was great as a rookie, and then just tailed off. We never quite have had, you know, a great offensive line since. But shows that that's what they're about. I mean, the biggest thing they've been doing in this off season has been interior offensive line, interior defensive line. And, you know, that's obviously the blueprint of what they want to do. And, you know, I hope it pans out because, I mean, you know, again, if J.J. McCarthy is good, he's got everything he's going to need with this offense to succeed. And, you know, this can be a Super Bowl contending team. So it's not a sexy pick, but I like it. And now we just got 3 picks left. We got a 3rd rounder. I believe that was the comp pick that we got for Kirk. And then we got a 5th and a 6th on Saturday. And maybe there will still be some wheeling and dealing by Kwesi, or maybe not. In this draft, the 1st round pick is the real important one. So hopefully it pans out, and I think it will. I like it, and let's get some more good guys.